नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनि इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरधारी राधे, जय राधा गिरधारी राधे। रास बिहारी राधा रास बिहारी राधे जय राधा रास बिहारी राधा रास बिहारी राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल बोलो शिला प्रभुपाद की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र की जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayeta. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavatim Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagarajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashyata Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we have seen till 6.39. So 6.39 was the verse. Etanme sansayam Krishna chetum arhasi aseshata Tvad anya sansayasya chetana hi upapadyate. This is my doubt, O Krishna. Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, this is my doubt, O Lord Krishna, and I ask you to dispel it completely. But for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this mind. So Arjuna is saying to Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, that, O Lord, O Madhusudan, I have a doubt. And I know that this doubt can only be eliminated by you. No one else can remove my doubt. So this is the confidence of Arjuna. It shows the confidence of Arjuna on Lord Krishna. So Lord Arjuna has faith on Lord Krishna. The first and foremost important aspect of bhakti, that you should have faith. You should have faith on Krishna. You should have faith on temple. You should have faith on deities. You should have faith on all the activities which are going in the temple. These all activities are eternal. Why these are eternal? Because these all activities are related to Krishna. So whatever activity related to Krishna becomes automatically eternal. So that was the 6.39. So today we will see 6.40. So 6.40, now Krishna is answering the question of Arjuna, or Lord Krishna is removing the doubt which is sitting inside the heart of Arjuna. So Krishna can only kill the doubt. So a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities meets no destruction. If you are doing good karma, if you are doing punya, you will not be involved in any kind of sin, any kind of material miseries. That is very important. We have to understand that how and why a transcendentalist is engaged in the Supreme Lord's devotional service. We can see, although we can see that he is living in the material life, but he is out of that. Externally you can see that he is in the material world, but his all activities are related to the material world, but internally he is pure. He is a sadhu, he is a devotee. He knows the relationship between living entities and Lord Krishna. Okay, so 6.40. Sri Bhagavan uvacha parthanaiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyana kritikashid durgatim tata gacchati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now Lord Krishna is answering the question of Arjuna. Son of Pritha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities doesn't meet with destruction, either in this world or in the spiritual world. The one who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. So if you are doing good, bad karma, bad activities will not touch you. They will be away from you. You don't have to escape. It will be automatically away from you if you are doing good karma, if you are performing devotional service. If you are remembering Krishna, you have faith on Krishna, you have faith on temple, you have faith on devotees, you have faith on deities, you have faith on all the activities which are going on in temple. No evil can touch you. All the evil minded people will be away from you. Oh no, he is a devotee, be away from him. And if there is a devotee looking at you, that you are a devotee will come to you, he will discuss with you. Okay, so that is explained in 6.40. A transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities meets no destruction. So Lord Krishna is giving guarantee that if you are doing good karma, bad karma will not touch you. Always bad people will not come to you. That is for sure. So Narad Muni instructs Vyasdev. Narad Muni is giving instruction to Vyasdev, that is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, 5th chapter, 17th verse. Tyaktva swadharmam charanan bhujam hare bhajan apakkot pate tato yadi yatra kvava bhadram abhud amushyakim ko vartha apto bhajatam swadharmatah. If someone gives up all material prospects and takes complete shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Narad Muni is explaining to Lord Vyasdev, although Vyasdev is present in the form of Rishi, he is a Lord only, he is Krishna only, but now he is present in this material world as Rishi. So he is the incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna only. If someone gives up all material prospects, Lord see, Narad Muni is giving instruction to Vyasdev, if someone gives up all material prospects and takes complete shelter of me, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no loss or degradation in any way. There is no loss as well as there is no degradation. Suppose you are promoted, but if you are doing bhakti, if you are doing good karma, you will never be demoted. There are no chances of demotion, and you will never fall down from there. So there is no loss or degradation in any way. On the other hand, a non-devotee may fully engage in his occupational duties and yet not get anything. So we can see that non-devotees, those who are active in material life, although they are working very hard, but they cannot escape from material miseries. There will be in their life, they will sometime get profit, sometime get loss, that is for sure. Okay, so that is the instruction given by Narad Muni to Lord Vyasdev. Okay, so all auspicious nature of transcendental path are very good and supports you in bad condition. So if you have good karma, so sometimes by some other means you will be disturbed, but you know how to come out of that. Why? Because you have a good karma, you have a good activity. Lord Krishna is always takes care of his devotees. So Lord Krishna never forgets his devotees. That is the supporting reference given here from Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 5th chapter, 17th word. That is told by Narad Muni to Vyasdev. Okay, so all auspicious nature of transcendental path, expectations, sufferings, no loss. So he is supposed to give up all material activities for the sake of spiritual advancement. Okay, so this is one expectation. You don't expect anything from material life. You should expect only for Krishna. You should respect only Krishna. You should think about only Krishna. You should talk about only Krishna. So everything is Krishna. For devotees, everything is Krishna. Then sufferings, one has to suffer the reaction for not executing prescribed duties. So if you are not performing your duty which has been given to you, 101% you will suffer. Therefore, one who fails to discharge transcendental activities properly becomes subjected to these reactions. So if you are not performing devotional service, whatever karma you are doing, that is known as karma for fruitive result. It means you want to enjoy the fruits of your activity. So that there is a selfishness. But if you are a devotee, you are performing a devotional service, there will be no selfishness. Whatever activity you are doing, it belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. So nothing belongs to you. So why to worry about that? If anything doesn't belong to you, why to worry about that? So there is no loss also. Auspicious Krishna consciousness activity is never forgotten. and one so engaged will continue to be so even if he is low born in the next life. Okay, so it may happen sometimes that you are in a transcendental service, you are involved in transcendental service, but because of XYZ reason you get fall down. But that fall down is not considered a complete fall down. In the next life again you will start doing the good activity or devotional service. So that is because of your previous karma. So that chance you are getting because of your previous karma. That's why sometimes people say, oh, he has done good karma, that's why he is doing devotional service. Oh, he has done bad karma, that's why he is not able to perform devotional service. So people are there to remind you that what kind of activities you have done in your previous life and how it affects your next life or present life. And what is the incorrect understanding? Krishna consciousness may offer the highest perfection if completed, but if one doesn't attain the perfectional stage, then he loses both and materially and spiritually. This is the wrong conception. Don't keep this thing in your mind. If you are doing devotional service, there is no loss or any kind of diminution. Whether you are able to perform 1% or you are able to perform 2% or 3% in this life, suppose you perform till 3%, in the next life you will start from 3 onwards, 4%, 5% like that. So there is no loss. Although if you are promoted in material life, you have done 99 good things, but if you do one thing bad, that entire thing is considered as failure. Okay, so that is the correct understanding. What is the incorrect understanding? That if you fall down while doing devotional service, everything is zero. No, this is the incorrect understanding. What is the material prospect? For material prospects, there are many activities, both scriptural and customary. So if you are living in material life, you can follow Varnashrama Dharma. Okay, in Varnashrama Dharma you can enjoy all kinds of life, all kinds of stages. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, then Sannyasi. So there are all 4 kinds of ashrama: Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. And what are the 4 kinds of Varnas? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So there are 4 Varnas and 4 ashramas. So that is known as Varnashrama. So in material life, Lord Krishna has given you Varnashrama. If you are following Varnashrama Dharma, that is best. Okay, so some or the other day you will be attached to Lord Krishna. So in Varnashrama Dharma, everything is explained properly, that you can one day you will get success. It takes some time because there are 4 Varnas and 4 ashramas. So you have to follow it strictly. So Lord Krishna has given this Varnashrama purposely so that the people, those who are in material life, they can also be liberated. Material perfection without Krishna consciousness. On the other hand, one who simply follows strictly the prescribed duties need not necessarily attain auspicious result if he is lacking in Krishna consciousness. You are very good, you are very much a scholar, you have got some particular subjects, for example science, you have good knowledge of science, you are doing your duty, but if you don't know Krishna consciousness, you are not performing devotional service, you don't know about Krishna, then all your knowledge is rubbish, zero. It is null and void. So everyone, those who want to get liberation, should have knowledge about Krishna. If you know about Krishna, that is known as transcendental knowledge. If you have knowledge about science, that knowledge is nothing. So you cannot claim that I have knowledge of science, so I want liberation. If you want to get liberated, you should have knowledge about Krishna. You should have knowledge about living entities and Lord Krishna's relationship between living entities and Lord Krishna. So here, soul and super soul both are eternal. So we have to establish relationship between soul and super soul. We have to live life according to devotional service. So without devotional service, you cannot live life. If you cannot perform, if you are not performing devotional service in this life, some or the other day in next life you will perform that devotional service. Without performing devotional service, there are no chance of liberation. Okay, so that is explained in 6.40. Srila Prabhupada explains who is actually a Kalyanakrit, one who is engaged in auspicious activities. Okay, who is a Kalyanakrit? The one who is doing auspicious activities. And what is the auspicious activities? Performing devotional service, performing everything only for Krishna. So that is Kalyanakrit. Two divisions of humanity, non-regulated and regulated. So those who are not non-regulated, they are not following the scriptural injunctions. So following a scriptural injunction is must for everyone. So if you want to get transcendental knowledge, you have to follow according to the Vedas. You have to follow the instructions of Krishna. You have to follow instructions of devotees. You have to follow instructions given by Acharyas. So those engaged simply in bestial sense gratification without any knowledge of next life or any concept of spiritual salvation. Okay, so that is non-regulated. Non-regulated means you are not following the instructions of scriptures. Okay, so their activities are never auspicious, because while enjoying animal propensities, they perpetually remain in material existence, and thus they are always miserable. Their activities are never auspicious. Those who are not following the scriptural injunctions, those who cannot serve the devotees, those who don't have faith in Krishna, those who don't have faith in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the scriptural injunctions, they don't have faith in deities, they don't have faith in serving. So whatever activities they do, it is all considered inauspicious. They can be civilized or uncivilized. They must be very much civilized. They have the car, they have bungalow, they looks good, they wear good clothes, garment. Everything is fine, but they don't have knowledge about Krishna. They are not following the scriptural injunctions. Although they have so much wealth, they are having so much property, they are having so much knowledge about the bookish knowledge, but if they don't know about Krishna, if they don't know the relationship between living entity and Krishna, all knowledge is considered zero. And whatever activities they perform, all considered as inauspicious. Okay, so they can be civilized, uncivilized, educated, uneducated, strong or weak. One may be very strong in strength. Oh no, I am very good, I am doing good, I am taking care of my family, I am taking care of so many my country people. But if they don't have knowledge about Krishna, all knowledge is null and void. So knowledge about Krishna is must. Whatever field you belong to, whatever activity you do. And so this is the non-regulated type. So there are two kinds of humanity. So one is non-regulated and other is regulated. So what is regulated? Karmis, Jnanis, Bhaktas. So those who follow the prescribed duties. What is regulated? Those who follow prescribed duties, those who follow scriptures, those who follow the instructions given by Acharyas. Tad buddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. If you follow your Acharyas, if you follow the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada, if you follow Bhagavad Gita, if you follow Bhagavatam, if you follow Chaitanya Charitamrita, you, whatever activity you perform, all are auspicious. Their activities are all auspicious. Why? Because they are following the instructions. And there should not be any kind of show off. If you do show off, again you will fall down. And whatever activity you do will all be considered inauspicious. So their activities are all auspicious. Why? Because their activities gradually elevate them to Krishna consciousness. Why? Because they are following the instructions given by Acharyas. They are following scriptural injunctions. Okay, so karmis, jnanis, bhaktas. So there are three kinds. Karmis, followers of scriptural rules and regulations for enjoying material prosperity. They comes under karmis, jnanis, bhaktas. These all three comes under regulated. Now in regulated also we have got three types: karmis, jnanis and bhaktas. So what is karmis? Karmis are using scriptural injunctions for their own benefit. I have come to temple to visit, to see Lord, because I have got loss in my business. So they have their selfish purpose. But it's okay. At least they are coming to temple, they are reading Bhagavad Gita, why I got lost. Means they want to use scriptural injunctions, Acharya's instructions for their own benefit. So let it be. At least they are following, they are reading. So slowly they may get elevated. They may get a chance of understanding Krishna consciousness. That is important. Okay, that is karmis. Then comes jnanis, seekers of ultimate liberation from material existence. Okay, they want to get liberated. So always they are seeking in different Acharya's instructions, they are reading so many books, what is the reason, what is the reason. Why? Because they are looking for liberation. Okay, looking for liberation is also one kind of selfish purpose. So here comes, next is bhakta. Devotees in Krishna consciousness. Whether I get profit or loss, I am happy or sad, whatever condition may be, it is the mercy of Lord Krishna. Whatever I am now, it is because of Krishna. Whatever I will do, will for Krishna. Everything for Krishna. If I am doing something, I am doing it for Krishna. My all desires to satisfy Krishna. So this is the property of a bhakta. Okay, so bhakta will never be in duality. Maybe profit, maybe loss, maybe happy, maybe sad. But there are these happy, sad, profit, loss don't disturb a devotee, a bhakta. Because they are the true, they are pure, their heart is pure. Whatever activity they are doing it for Krishna. And in karmis, there are fruity workers. They may be elevated to higher planets, but because they are not free from material existence, they are not following the truly auspicious path. So karmis comes under regulated. They follow scriptural instructions for their own benefit. So although they are selfish, but slowly they will progress in Krishna consciousness. Those who desire no fruit for sense gratification. So in karmis there are two types: fruity workers and the one who don't desire any kinds of fruit. Okay, so the next is kalyan krit. The only auspicious activities in real sense are those which lead one to liberation. So what is good? Because of activity, because of that activity, if you are liberated, that is good. Okay, so your activity should belong to Krishna. So any activity not aimed at ultimate self-realization or liberation from material bodily concept is inauspicious. So which is activities which is not related to Krishna is inauspicious, in short. Factually, only activities in Krishna consciousness are auspicious. So if I say conclusion, the activities which belong to Krishna is auspicious. That's all. So you can desire for Krishna, you can work for Krishna, you can serve Krishna, you can contribute to in temple building, in temple activities, you can serve deity, you can do service, seva to Acharyas, Gurus, you can read scriptures. Okay, all these activities are auspicious. So anyone who Ashtanga Yogi, being directed towards the ultimate realization of Krishna consciousness, is also following the auspicious path and need not fear degradation. So those who are following Ashtanga Yoga, they are doing good. They should not get any kind of disturbance. They should not be confused. Anyone who voluntarily accepts all bodily discomfort for the sake of making progress on the path of Krishna consciousness is the perfect transcendentalist under savior austerity. So if you accept anything, any seva, any service for Krishna is known as auspicious activity. Okay, so that is the actual meaning of Kalyankrit. Kalyankrit means what? Whatever you are thinking, whatever you are doing belongs to Krishna. That is auspicious. That is the 6.40. Then comes 6.41. Fate of unsuccessful yogi who falls after short practice. Okay, so it may be the case. If today you are doing good, but because of some reason tomorrow you are not able to perform, there is a fall down. So Krishna says, don't worry. Oh Arjuna, don't worry. If something happens to you, but you are a devotee. So whatever good activity you have done, you will be benefited in your next life because of that. Don't worry about that. So Krishna is giving the 100% guarantee. Krishna is killing the doubt which is sitting in the heart of Arjuna. Okay, so Krishna always kills demon. The demon who tries to confuse the devotee of Krishna, tries to harm, any kind of harm to devotees, Krishna always kills those demons. Okay, so discussion in purport regarding yoga practice. Okay, 6.41. प्राप्य पुण्यकृतां लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वतीः समाः शुचि नाम श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टोऽभिजायते. The unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. Okay, if any particular yogi, if falls down after a short practice of devotional service, will get next birth in the planets of pious living entities where demigods live. So they are promoted to heaven. They enjoy there whatever they want. Okay, till they have done their all punyas is over. Then they again come down to the earth in the material life, and they again start devotional service from wherever they left off. Okay, the unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of pious living entities, then again they get birth in a rich family from where they can start their devotional service. So there is no loss. There is no loss or diminution. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, giving guarantee to Arjuna, there is no loss whether you perform little devotional service or you are perform a big devotional service. You are performing devotional service for a long time. In both the cases, there is no loss or diminution. Okay, so discussion in purport regarding yoga practice. What is the real purpose of yoga practice? Why we are practicing yoga? We want Krishna. We want to understand the relationship between living entity and Lord Krishna. Who is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna is supreme controller. Lord Krishna is supreme proprietor. Lord Krishna is all fame and blissful. He is having all the knowledge possessed to Krishna. Okay, to achieve the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, that is given in 6.4. Yoginam api sarvesham. 6.47. To achieve the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, that is explained in 6.47. We will see after some time. So, what about those who fail to reach that goal because of material allurements? So, there is no loss or diminution. By grace of Lord, they are allowed to make full utilization of their material propensities in the heavenly planets. Then they are given prosperous lives in righteous aristocratic family. Okay, then they are given prosperous lives in righteous or aristocratic families. One must take advantage of these facilities and try to elevate to Krishna consciousness. Okay, so these are the different opportunities are given to you by Lord Krishna. You are following devotional service, but because of some XYZ reason, there is a fall down. So Krishna is telling that don't worry. Those who are doing devotional service, they will get again chance, whether you have performed it for short period or long period. So one must take advantage of these facilities and try to elevate to Krishna consciousness. That's what Krishna is telling over here. These are the different points from where I want to pick you. So these are the chances for you. Okay, so you will be given chance and you can come out of that. So fate of unsuccessful yogi who falls after short practice, enjoys on heavenly planets for many years. Then again he is sent to this planet and takes birth in a rich family, aristocratic, merchants, pious, righteous Brahman, Vaishnavas, family to use the facility to elevate Krishna consciousness. So you can go and enjoy. They can be sent to enjoy in the heavenly planets for a long period of time, and again they come to the material life and they get birth in a very good family, in a Brahmana family, in a rich family, from where there is no problem to get liberation. They can start again devotional service. That is told by Krishna to Arjuna. Then 6.42. So 6.42 talks about fate of unsuccessful yogi who falls after long practice. If Krishna is giving chance to a devotee who has practiced for a short period of time, then what to talk about the one who has done for long practice? Okay, that is explained in 6.42. Athva yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yad idrisham. Or if unsuccessful after long practice of yoga, he takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Certainly such a birth is rare in this world. Okay, somehow if you, because of some XYZ reason, if after practicing a long period of time you get fall down, you are not able to do it, your devotional service. So Krishna will give you chance in the next birth. So next birth he will get in a Vaishnava family, in a Brahman family, top class Brahman families, top class Vaishnavas, where they can begin their devotional service again from wherever they left off. So why birth in family of yogis or transcendentalists is very considered, is considered a very fortunate. So if you get your next birth in a very good family, in a top class Vaishnavas, in a top class Brahmins, that is because of your good karma in the previous life. So such families have now degenerated due to insufficient education and training. So these families are of Acharyas and Goswamis. They are very rare nowadays. So they are getting fall down. Why? Because they are not following proper scriptures. They are not serving Krishna. They are not giving right education to the society. So these are the different reasons of fall down of Brahmins. So such families are very learned and devoted by tradition and training, and thus they become spiritual masters. So these Vaishnavas, these Swamis, they become Goswamis, they become spiritual master of the person, those who are in society. Okay, so they can uplift the society by their knowledge, by giving knowledge of scriptures, by giving knowledge of Krishna. The child born in such a family receives a spiritual impetus from the very beginning of his life. Okay, so those who get birth in a Brahmin's family, in a transcendentalist family, they get knowledge of devotional service, and this happens because of the previous life. They get in their life in the Brahmin's family. Those who are already performing the devotional service, those who are already serving the Lord Krishna. So they don't have to struggle for that. Okay, so it is the fortune. It is considered as fortune. Examples of family transcendentalists: our Srila Prabhupada, our beloved Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada appearing in day family. He got birth in a day family. His father was already a very good devotee. He was a devotee of Radha Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada got first initiation from there. So this initiative was already done, kept ready platform for Srila Prabhupada. His father already was a devotee, so he got that knowledge from there and he carried it, and he went to Western countries and distributed like a prasad this knowledge of Krishna. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur appearing in Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakura's family. So Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur is father of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay, so these are the two examples of Acharyas, those who got their birth in the Brahmin's family. Okay, that is explained in 6.42. Then comes 6.43. So after getting opportunity in the appropriate families, they begin their yoga practice from wherever they left off. Okay, so in 6.41 we saw that after practicing short period of time, what will happen, and after practicing long period of time, what will happen is 6.43. Now 42, and in 6.43 we will see what happens once they get birth in those families. 6.43. Tatra tam buddhi sanyogam labhate parvadehikam yatate cha bhuto bhu tato bhuya samsiddho kurunandana. On taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life, and he again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success. O son of Kuru. On taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life. So he has done already pious activities, auspicious activities in his previous life. So because of that he got birth in such a family, in a Brahmin's family, in a transcendentalist family, in a top class Vaishnava's family. So this is the fortune. So after taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of previous life. If one takes birth in Chandals, so that kind of culture will carry on. But if one takes birth in a transcendentalist family, Brahmin's family, those who are already engaged in the service of Krishna, so they get life, they are nourished accordingly. He again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success. Okay, so they realize from there that my father is serving, my mother is serving, my father is going to temple. Why? So he slowly he understands and he starts his life from there. So whatever point he left off in the last life will be started from at the same point. So example of revival of divine consciousness of previous life, Maharaj Bharat. Okay, so Maharaj Bharat saves baby deer, and once he saves baby deer, he starts bringing up the getting attached to deer, then thinking of deer while leaving body. Okay, because of some XYZ reason he got ill and he was thinking about deer only. So he got his next birth as deer. So next life as deer, instructs King Raghugana, and then after that next life as Jada Bharata. Okay, so next life he get life as a Jada Bharata. Then instructs King Raghugana and later attains perfection. So Jada Bharata instructs to Raghugana, Maharaj Raghugana, he was a king Raghugana, and then he attains perfection. Okay, so getting life as deer and then next life as Jada Bharata and then giving instruction to Raghugana. So this is the 6.43. So Jada Bharata is a analogy given over here. 6.44 talks about after getting opportunities in the appropriate families, they begin their yoga practice from wherever they left off. So there is no loss. Whatever point you have learned, you will start from there only, and that is very important. So when you are doing some auspicious activities, that is your good karma, and you carry it in the next life. It's like a carry forward. So it carried forward in the next life too. 6.44 पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव ह्रियते हि अवसोऽपि सः जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्द ब्रह्माति वर्तते. So by virtue of the divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles even without seeking them. So there is no other activity for searching out, I want liberation, how to attain, from where I will find Guru, scriptures, everything is ready, kept ready. So Krishna is taking care of all these things. He keeps ready everything for a transcendentalist. Only he has to use it. So it is the mercy of Krishna. We get next life in the top class Vaishnavas families, in a Brahmin's family. So such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of the scriptures. Okay, so after getting opportunity in the appropriate families, they begin their yoga practice from wherever they left off. That is very important. Okay, so from 6.44. We'll see you next time. If you have any question, you can take. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Okay, so no question. We'll stop over here. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्णा.